Okay, so this is my DIY solar wind power system. There's my inverter over here. It's pure sine wave power tech. It has two 10 amp, two 50 volt AC outlets. It's low frequency pure sine wave inverter. The 1200 watt continuous, 600 watt surge. Good inverters. Not the most efficient. I think it's about 88%, but extremely robust, and it will run that 1200 watt 24 hours a day, basically. I mean, I've had it running like 1700 watt vacuum cleaner, and it's fine. So 1200 watt, no worries. Okay, so here's my charge controllers. They are CM6024Z, Sunyoba or something, cheap Chinese stuff. Supposedly rated to handle 60 amps. We'll see. But I paid 60 bucks for them, and just to get the system off the ground, it's, I mean, 60 bucks. Bloody rooster. If one blows, I'll slowly replace them with MPPT charge controllers as money becomes available. But as for now, the main point in having such a high amp rating is I want to be able to put at least 1500 watts of panels on these three controllers. So 500 watts on each one, and basically just be able to run, heavy loads during the day, and without depleting the batteries, obviously. So yeah, that's the idea of having 180 amps of charge capacity. This one's hooked up right now, but it's a really dingy, dark day, so there's not a lot of power coming in at the moment. Half an amp. Yeah. Okay, so the way I've done all my joining with cables, I've just got this main bus wire here coming to the inverter. I've just stripped the insulation without damaging the wire, and I've wriggled a hole through all the strands of the wire, and then threaded the three pieces of this wire goes through the center hole, two pieces of this go underneath, and the other two go over top, and then they're just twisted together. So that's pretty much how I've done all my joins on the system. Okay, and as far as isolating the three charge controllers and the three battery banks, because obviously each charge controller will charge a separate bank of batteries and will run a separate bank of panels. So I'm using just 20 amp Schottky diodes. I just mounted them on top of that little heat sink just because they get pretty hot. Yeah. Just installed these fans just today. That one is like a 0.15 amp, so I'm going to have that running pretty much all the time, except during the day all the time. And this one here is a 0.7 amp. I'm going to have that hooked up to a thermosensor, probably controlled by an Arduino. Just once temperature gets up in the box, that one will kick in. But this extractor fan, I'm going to run ducting from the back side of that around the top of the box, and then down and on this side I'm going to have a heat exchanger coming back into this fan. So there'll be no vents on this box. This box will be a completely sealed system, and all the air circulating through it will go through a heat exchanger and then come back in cold. The reason for that is because where I plan on setting up the panels and the charging system is